I'm Nurjanah, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the apostasy law from a human rights perspective.
I am a Muslim. Under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, I have the freedom to choose and practice my religious belief. However, what would happen if one day I wanted to stop believing in Islam and change my religion? Then I would be considered as an apostate. Apostasy has long been a global issue. At the international level, notorious names such as Salman Rushdie and Ibn Waraq are associated with apostasy. For instance, Rushdie and Ibn Waraq are famous for their books The Satanic Verse, 1988, and Why I Am Not a Muslim, 2003.
Apostasy law is a law that criminalizes the act of living a religion. These laws often found in a Muslim-majority country, but also can be found in Christians and Jewish countries. To begin with, let's talk about what is the apostasy law. I have mentioned before, the apostasy law is a law that criminalizes the act of living a religion. This means that if you were born into a religion and then you decided to leave that religion, you could be punished by the government. The punishments vary from country to country, but this may include imprisonment, fines, and even death. So, why is apostasy law a violation of human rights? Apostasy law is a human rights violation because it violates the right to freedom of religion. This right is guaranteed by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which states that everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. This right includes freedom to change his religion or belief, and freedom, either alone or in community with others, and in public or in private, to manifest his religion or belief in teaching, practice, worship, and observance. Apostasy law also violates the right to freedom of expressions. This right is also guaranteed by Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which states that everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expressions. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. Sadly, there are still a lot of countries in the world that has apostasy law. Some examples may include in Iran, apostasy is punishable by death. In Saudi Arabia, apostasy is also punishable by death. In Sudan, apostasy is punishable by death. And in Pakistan, apostasy is punishable by imprisonment. To understand the law better, let's go to Malaysia, when there is a famous case of apostasy law. In Malaysia, apostasy is not legally recognized, and individuals who wish to leave Islam must seek approval from the Sharia courts to obtain a certificate of apostasy. This requirement poses significant barriers for those who want to exercise their rights to freedom of religion and belief, as it effectively imposes a religious affiliation on individuals who no longer identify with Islam. In Malaysian law, matters related to Islamic religious affairs, including apostasy, fall under the jurisdictions of the Sharia courts. These courts primarily handle cases involving Muslims and are guided by Islamic religious laws. As a result, individuals seeking to renounce Islam and officially convert to other religions face legal challenges and restrictions. Are you familiar with the case of Lina Joy? Lina Joy is a Malay girl, or formerly known as Azalina Jailani. She was born in 1964 as a Muslim, but later renounced Islam at the age of 26. She became widely known due to her legal battles to officially renounce Islam and convert to Christianity. Her case gained significant attention and sparked debates surrounding apostasy laws and religious freedom in Malaysia. In 1998, Lina Joy embraced Christianity and sought to have her religious status legally changed on her identity card from Islam to Christianity. However, the National Registration Department denied her request, stating that she would require a certificate of apostasy from the Islamic Sharia court, which could be only obtained if she renounced Islam publicly. Lina Joy then pursued legal avenues to challenge the decision, arguing that the denial infringed upon her constitutional rights to freedom of religion. Her case reached the Malaysian courts, and it went through a lengthy legal process that spanned several years. In 2007, the federal court,
the highest civil court in Malaysia, finally delivered its verdict on the case. The court ruled against Lina Joy, stating that the matter fell under the jurisdictions of the Sharia courts and that only they could determine matters related to apostasy. The judgment highlighted the complex relationship between civil and Islamic law in Malaysia. The decision in Lina Joy's case drew criticism from human rights organizations and advocates who argued that it violated her rights to freedom of religion, as guaranteed by international human rights standards. They contended that apostasy laws in Malaysia restricted individuals' right to choose and change their religious beliefs.
Apostasy law has significant impacts for people who leave their religions. They may face discriminations, persecutions, and even violence. Sometimes, in some cases, they even have to be forced to flee their home countries to avoid persecutions. What can be done to stop apostasy law? There are a number of things that we could do to stop apostasy law. But one most important thing is to educate ourselves and to raise awareness about the issues. People need to know that apostasy law is a human rights violation and that it is wrong to punish people for leaving a religion. Another important step is to pressure governments to repeal the apostasy law. This can be done by writing to government officials, signing petitions, and even protesting against apostasy law. Finally, it is important to support organizations that are working to protect the rights of people who have left their religions. These organizations can provide legal assistance, financial support, and other forms of help to people who are facing persecutions.
Just imagine that. You have to have an approval from the states, from the government officials, to even choose your own beliefs that you want to choose. At the end of the day, the apostasy law is a subject of a very big and sensitive debate around the world. In one hand, supporters of apostasy laws believe that apostasy law is needed to protect the integrity of the religions and to maintain social orders. However, on the other hand, critics of apostasy law say that this is clearly a violation of human rights. They contended that individuals should have a total freedom to choose without any discriminations and any restrictions from the government. They highlighted that the imposition of the apostasy law could lead to a violation of personal autonomy, restrict freedom of thought and conscience, and eventually perpetuate religious coercion. So, what do you think about the apostasy law?
That's all for today. I hope this video has helped you to understand better about the apostasy law from a human rights perspective. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below and let me know. Have a good day!